नो डाउट किंतु सेमाने निजे खाई पारंतिनी तांको खोयाको पड़े से सोई पारन सोयाको पड़े गाधे पारन गाधे पड़े एटा को डेटी आइडल विथ डिफरेंस भी सुनती हम स्टार्ट हैला बोले लाइव गुटे But I think we are good to go.
So 20 have joined so far. Anyway, so Guru Gaurav is here. So Gyana Bhai, can you please? Okay, I was giving example. So let me. So the Panchopachar puja which we are doing at our home to Thakurjee is a Vidhi Marga puja. What Gyana Bhai told. So there are two margas he told. One is Vidhi Marga, one is Raga Marga. So the question is what Raga Marga is. So Gyana Bhai gave an example. We all know the Sabari, which was giving bhog, offering bhog to her Ishta Devata. So what she was doing is she was getting fruits from the forest and testing it. So whether the fruit is sweet or sour. So if it is sour, then she will throw it away. If it is sweet, she will keep it. The fruit which she has already tested, which is called, soiled fruit, she has kept those to, offer to her Ishta Devata, Ramchandra. So this is what, used to call Raga Marga. So now the best example is Karama Khechudi. So in Jagannath temple, now there is a bhog named as Karama Khechudi, which is still going on. So the fact behind this is there was a Karama Bai. What she was doing, she was trying to offer bhog to Lord Jagannath. How? When she was cooking the khechudi, she was using to stir the khechudi with the toothbrush. So at that point in time, there was no toothbrush. So she was using the wood to brush her teeth. And she was a very poor lady. She was not having all the utensils to cook the food. So what she was doing, she would be brushing in that dantakati, what we call in Odia, and she will be using the other part of the dantakati to stir the food to the khechudi. And that Jagannath ji was getting. So someday someone came to her home and found that she is offering bhoga to Lord Jagannath without taking bath, while brushing her teeth. So he told, what this sin you are doing? You will go to Narka and all these things. So he frightened her. So she never prepared khechudi the other day because she was poor and she was not having that point in time also. Yes, so she was loving Jagannath as her son. So thank you, Devasrita. So then what happened that day, Jagannath ji was not taking food, not taking bhogo at Jagannath Mandir. So the Badapanda was surprised what wrong happened with us. So they changed the bhogo because in Jagannath temple there is a tradition. If Jagannath ji is not taking the food, then they will change the entire food. But nothing changed. Still then Jagannath ji couldn't take bhogo. So then everybody tried to pray Lord Jagannath to tell the reason why he is not taking food. So Lord Jagannath told the king of Puri, my mother Karma was giving me food. Then why you people, somebody has told her not to prepare like that. But without that, I cannot take any other food. So then all went to Karmabai, requested her to have the same kind of bhogo offering to Lord Jagannath. Then after Karmabai's death, then the same khechudi is being now offered at Jagannath temple. So this is the perfect example of Raga Marga. What we all would like to mention here is, in Raga Marga, you have got a direct relationship with Thakurjee. So Thakurjee wanted you can have Dasya, Santa, Dasya, Sakhya, Vaschalya and Madhura. So there are 5 bhavas. We can have relationship with Thakurjee. So generally, we have Dasya feeling. We, oh Thakurjee, like, he's God, he's like our father, he is father's father type. So we would like to respect him in this way. Anyone can have any bhava. I am not thrusting upon the Dasya bhava, but this is a common bhava. So one, the Dasya bhava established with Thakurjee, and if you prepare yourself as a servant to Thakurjee, and when the bhava get its final point, when you are entirely in that bhava, you have got direct relationship with Thakurjee, then this ghanti and everything is not required. Like Bhuvan Brahmachari was the Sevak of Thakurjee, so he was so inclined to Thakurjee. Once upon a time, Thakurjee was feeling thirsty. When he was about to ask Bhuvan Brahmachari, please get me a glass of water, Bhuvan Brahmachari was standing with the glass of water. So Thakurjee was surprised to know how he knows that I was feeling thirsty. So when you have got that kind of relationship with Thakur, you will understand in the same way. This is the Raga Marga. So I hope 30 plus members have joined. So I think I took a bit long to explain Raga Marga, just to ensure some good members have joined. Now we lost the YouTube, but thanks to Nirliptama, she has taken the screenshot for the question. So Gyanabhai, I am asking 2-3 questions at a time because they are relating same. So one is Vaishnavi Anand is asking from Pune, who was the lady which told direction to Thakura? Same related question from Shivanshi from Delhi. Who was the yogini? Was she a Devi? And same question from Shivanshi. Are Bhairavis and yogini different or the same? Another related question is also from Anand. Again, who was the lady which told direction to Thakur? And Shivanshi is asking, okay, I think same screenshot she repeated. And Bhavani Patra Bhai from Katak, he is mentioning, who were those ladies met Thakurji? Are they helpers in his journey? Any supreme power or Yoga Maya herself?
Jayaguru.
Yeah, so these are the related question, Gyana Bhai. Sorry.
Now you're taxing an old man with like 5-6 questions. So I have to remember and ask. If I forget any question to answer, please repeat them. So generally, there are 2 ladies who helped Thakur at this juncture. One of them showed the direction to the hut, and then another one was waiting. As that person told Thakura, they were friends. Sometimes I've seen in some Jivanis says that they are sisters. Either way, they know each other. They were born in Kashmir. They are Brahmin, daughters of a Brahmin person. And they were very spiritually oriented since birth. And so they gave up the usual householder life, get education, get married, etc., have kids. So they went into this path of further developing their spiritual part. and they became they went to yoga. Basically, they chose yoga as their medium, and through their guru's blessing, and as far as we know, they were definitely Siddha yogis. So yogini word is generally used for people who are female and follow the path of yoga. So if you are following the path of yoga, you are called a yogi. If it's a male, if it's a female, it's called yogini. Bhairavi is the other word. You are trying to understand what is Bhairavi versus what is yogini. Bhairavi are the female practitioner who follow the path of tantra. Tantra, they are Bhairav and Bhairavi, and in yoga they are yogi and yogini. Are they Mahamaya? Well, everybody is part of Mahamaya. If you look at this whole world, all Ma's, we call them Ma because we think they are small part of Mahamaya in them. So that way they could be. But since one of the two ladies told Thakura that they were born in Kashmir and they went through yoga practices and achieved perfection in yoga, so we just take that word as a truth. Did I miss anything, Kunal?
No. You covered everything. So another bhai also asked the same, what is Bhairavi? So you nicely explained. Let me give another prospect. The way Bhavani bhai has asked whether it is the act of Yoga Maya or not. So we have discussed earlier also. So let us go to Brahmananda Giri's time when he encountered with his mother in a very different state of place and everything. So her mother told, son, this is the act of Mahamaya. Because of Mahamaya, we being mother and son could not recognize each other, and we are about to do whatever a mother and son is not supposed to do. Then come back to the this birth of Thakurjee as Nalini Kanta. So when he encountered with the Dasabhuja as a 7-year girl child, and he threw the lamp and came back with frightening to his mother. So Jogendra Mohini told, son, like I am your mother, she is the mother of the universe. So you don't have to have any fear, you should love her. Then when Ma Jogendra Mohini passed away, he told, tell Nalini, I have surrendered him in the lap of Universal Mother. Now when Sudhanshuvala came to Thakurjee's life as his wife, she poured the love and affection to Thakurjee, and she served Thakurjee like nobody could. Now when she passed away, she also mentioned please tell him he should not marry again, and he should do Nishtraya Gunya Sadhana. So from all these incidents, what we are able to understand is to ensure Thakurjee reached his goal to be a Sarvabhauma Guru, to be a universal Guru. So Ma is guiding him and putting him into right direction, right path at right point in time. This is how entire travel is being managed. The same way, here we found two yogini, what Gyana Bhai explained about their character, their qualification, their origin, but they all are part of Yoga Maya, who was directing Thakurjee to that level. So I think in the context of Jivani, we all understood, yes, there is always a universal mother's Shakti who was guiding Thakurjee to able to make him to that level, because Ma in his early life, in his early life of Thakurjee at Brahmananda Giri, has told, you are not going to get me in full-fledged way in this birth. In next birth, I'll make sure you will get me full-fledged. So she has to also fulfill her obligation or her boon to Thakurjee. We'll go to the next question from Bhavani Patra Bhai of Katak. Gyana Bhai, what is Devajana Patha? Jana bhai, please unmute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No.
got a call, so I muted myself not to get that thing. So anyway, in our scriptures, and Thakura has supported it in many places. And by the way, Thakura has Thakura has really expertise in Paraloka. Like people, when they die, what they do, where they go. You are not going to find a better person who knows more than what Thakura knows. So what Thakura has said, and supported by other sources, Gita being the premier of that, is when somebody dies, they go to hell and heaven, like we know, Bhuvaloka and Swaloka, and most of them, like 90% of them, will get reborn. So that is called Pitrujana. So they go to Bhuvaloka, then Swaloka, then Mahaloka, then back. People who go to Mahaloka and don't have any attachment to Bhuvaloka, they progress in that path all the way to Satyaloka. That is called Devajana. So if you are on Devajana, you are not going to be born again to this universe. So you will progress. And we have talked about it some time ago. I think Kunavai explained what Dhanaloka, Tapaloka, and then Satyaloka. Satyaloka is where they are going to stay till end of that universe. Then they may come back again in a parallel universe, not to this one.
Thank you, Jana bhai. Are you over?
Yeah, I'm sorry,
okay.
I'm done.
Okay, yes. Okay, got it. So what Devajana is for us, Jana bhai really explained what Devajana is, but how is it helpful for us? When Thakurjee was not in a mood to come to Lokalaya to serve, to preach the people, when Ma was, insisting him, no, you have to go to and be the guru and teach them what they are supposed to get. So Thakurjee put a condition to mother, the universal mother. And those conditions are important for all of us to know, and the Devajana Patha is also there for us to understand. So first Thakurjee told Ma, whoever will be the disciple of me, and then he will not obey my orders or my advices, or will leave me and take shelter of other gurus and whatever, they are going to definitely get the salvation in 3 births. Like we have got a birth now, so whatever we do, then another birth, then another birth. So they are going to get the salvation in 3 births. The second condition was, whoever will be with me, then he should not have a second birth. He has to get Siddhi, Mukti in the same birth. So what Universal Mother, told, ki okay, agreed. But the second thing she did in a 2 ways. One is, whoever will be with you, whoever is going to obey the principles, the advices, whatever you are telling in letter and spirit, he is going to get the salvation in this live being time also. I mean, whenever we are alive, we will be Siddha Purusha if we obey Thakurjee in letter and spirit. But if we are with Thakurjee, trying to obey his principles, trying to do seva to the extent possible, honoring him as our Guru and Ishta, we won't be having a next birth. But how are we going to get salvation? So the Patha is Devajana Patha. So this is also very important for us to know how Devajana is going to make our path clear to the ultimate. So thank you, Bhavani Patra Bhai, for asking this question. We will go to the next question now. Okay, so this question is from Vaishnavi of Pune. Why Thakurjee could not recollect the Trataka Yoga when he encountered the tiger like Ma Sudhanshu Baladi? Jana Bhai, please ask Thakurjee and answer.
we would not know for sure, because Thakur has never told anybody that why he did not do that. He was by that time he was already a Siddha in Tantra. He knew a lot of these things, but he has mentioned in a couple of other places that once he got out of that and went to the shelter of Gyaniguru, he sort of kind of forgot about all the sadhanas he has done up to then. He never mentioned that to his Gyaniguru, which Sachidananda Maharaj told him later. If he knew that he was already a Siddha Tantrika, then his method of teaching Thakur would have been different, and he could have bypassed some of the things that he didn't need to say. It is possible that he was following this path of knowledge, so he did not want to use any of the powers that he has gotten when he was a Siddha Tantrika. That could be the only thing I can think of, but I don't think Thakur has really mentioned. Anybody has asked him, you could have just put the tiger into trance and drove him away. Why didn't you do it? He probably did not even think about that.
So, Vaishnavi, you have asked a right question, and still you can ask Thakurjee at Gruhasana. This is your doubt, because as Gyanabhai mentioned, nowhere Thakurjee narrated about this. So you have got all the right to ask Thakurjee. Please ask, you will definitely get answer from him. But for the sake of understanding what Gyanabhai told, I would like to add another line also. Whatever Thakurjee did on that day in that forest by getting the blanket covered, he was just like a dead man. So dead man means his, what do you call, the respiratory system was defunct kind of thing. He made it defunct. Otherwise, the tiger, if he would smell it is a living being, he is not going to leave it, come what may be. The tiger is nobody's friend. So whatever Thakurjee did was also a unique thing for him to do, and it was also not the job of anybody. So that was also a kind of different thing he did. Anyway, so we'll go to the next question. So Riddhi from Karnataka is asking, what is the difference between Mahamaya and Yogamaya? Over to Gyanabhai.
Maya, we know. Maya is the special power of Brahma, how Brahma became this whole world. So he engulfed himself in Maya, so became Saguna Brahma, or universal mother, that we know. So it is a special power and the most powerful thing that Brahma has. So generally, we divide Maya into two parts. One is called Mahamaya, one is called Yogamaya. The work of Mahamaya is to cover everybody up so that we lose our identity. Our identity is nothing but the Brahma. But with the power of Mahamaya, we don't know. We say, I'm Gyanabhai, Kunabhai, Riddhima, etc., right? So that is the work of Mahamaya that keeps us in this world, in this universe, and leaves us in this universe. Whereas Yogamaya, the part of Maya, is the power that tries to unite us with Brahma, unite us with Thakur. So that's the difference. Very simple.
So, thank you. Who was asked this question? Okay, Riddhi from Karnataka. So, Riddhi, let me give an example in the right context. So, Pakistan was threatening the entire world ki I will use nuclear weapon against India if blah blah blah. So, that nuclear weapon, that nuclear power has got two applications to us now. One, we know if that is going to use during war time, the kind of Hiroshima, Nagasaki in Japan happened when US bombed them nuclear. We all know what happened to them. So you are very little kid, so I hope you have read from the history. If not, then please do so. But you must be knowing there are nuclear power plants in many parts of this country and many parts of this world. So the same nuclear thing which can destroy the entire world, the same nuclear thing can convert it into power, and by the power, we are now able to communicate with each other because power is the essence. So the same way, the universal mother has two aspects. One is head, the other one is tail. The head part is Yoga Maya, whose only job is to help all of us to get connected to Thakurjee. And the other part of Ma is Mahamaya, who will always try you to distract you from Thakurjee just to test whether you got the right time, the right approach, the right analysis, the right frame of mind or not. Otherwise, Universal Mother feels Thakurjee as her husband. So she is not going to allow you to her husband when you are not prepared because you might disturb him XYZ. I hope you understood now. We'll go to the next question. Okay. So there are some thing on this Trataka Yoga. Okay, good. Ravi Bhai has told something, then Smita Pandama has told something. So all of you must read whatever they are commenting. This will help you to understand better. Now, Tansen Shetty is asking from Pune, who is Leadbetter. So, Mr. Leadbetter is the founder of their Theosophical Society.
So there are like 2 or 3 people who were the founders. And Annie Besant was not one of them. She came a little bit later. It was Madam Blavatsky who Sumir Das Ji attracted back to Adyar, and then Cornel Alcott and Leadbetter. Those are the guys who initially founded this Adyar's Theosophical Society.
I think there was a question we left yesterday. Anyone remembering? I'm trying to go to that group and get that question. We have got little bit time. And Priyambada Ma was asking something. Ma, can you ask directly here?
Yeah, definitely. So, Ganavai, my question was like for this Yogini incident. So, I just keen to know like how Thakura thinks about, those Yogini things after getting the Siddhi. Is there any reference to this incident in any book or any places he told it to someone?
I saw your question. I've been thinking. Obviously, the main source of a lot of the Jivanis that we read is written by Sisir Basu, Sri Nigamananda Smriti. In that book, this particular incident is written almost verbatim as we read today. And what we know from the preface of that Jivani is Thakura at some point decided early 1930s that Sisir Basu would be the person who is going to write his biography, and he started giving him life notes. So basically, Sisir Basu Bhai would go there, and Thakur will talk about his life, and he will take notes. So that was the basis of Smriti, and this incident is definitely there on that. So I assume Thakur gave this life note. Without Thakur telling, there is no other way for any of us to know what has happened in that part of his life, because nobody is witness to it. But he might have also spoken about this in other devotee gatherings, that a lot of times he talked about his life. But I'll think about it, and if I find some reference, I'll let you know.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So the question Gyanabhai left yesterday as being asked by Rumjhum Singh from Delhi Saraswat Sangh. So she has asked, is there any chronological order to visit the Char Dham? If so, then how or why?
Again, we talked about it yesterday. It is really a requirement for a Sankarpanthi sannyasi following the path of knowledge, which Thakur was at that time. So it is a requirement for him. For rest of us, it is not. The sequence is the way Thakura went through. It starts with Oinatma Brahma, Badrinath, which is Atharvaveda, then it moves to Samveda, which is Tattvamasi, and then Yajurveda, which is Aham Brahmasmi, then Rigveda, which is Pragyananganandam Brahma, which is Puri. So in that sequence, Thakura went through that sequence. Some say they start with Tattvamasi and then do the other three. It's always Puri, which is Pragyananganandam Brahma, is the last that I know of. There is a nice write-up that Narayanima did on this. Now I'm trying to remember which document, either in his Jivani Prasanga or part of the Rupalagi Akhi Jhure series that he wrote. She